Hi, I am Noki, and as you can see, I am a VTuber! I've seen some people ask how I started and what model and assets I use, alongside some questions on how I started streaming as well. So I thought, why not make a video about it? To start off the video, I will explain how to get a PNG. Small little disclaimer, I am not telling you the one way to do things. I'm just simply trying to explain how I started, how I did things, and where to get some models or PNGs that you might like and how to do things. You might have a different opinion on it, you might want to do things differently, and that is okay. On top of that, I am not comfortable explaining how and what streaming softwares to use, but I will explain a bit about streaming softwares in this video as well, and what to do with them. I will also link some very helpful tutorials on it. Okay, with those disclaimers out of the way, let's get into it. If you want to become a streamer, you will need a streaming software. The two most well-known ones are OBS and Streamlabs. I personally use OBS. I will link some great sources down below, both on how to install it and some tutorials on how to set it up. Once again, both for Streamlabs and OBS. Alright, now the fun part. Basically how you would like stream, or anyone for that matter, to be perceived. As you can tell, I like to be perceived as a demon girl with pink skin and blue and pink hair. Where to get a PNG? There are a few ways to get a PNG: by commissioning someone or by drawing it yourself. The PNG I use, as you can see right there, is a Discord reactive. And what that basically does is whenever I talk, it lights up, and whenever I'm quiet, it darkens. It also does a little bounce whenever I talk. Because I'm using a Discord fugitech reactive, I have fun little things I can do, such as if I mute my mic on Discord, I have a separate image for that. It gets darkened out and my PNG has a little block and a little X on the mouth. Or when I like to be deafened, I'll do probably something like this. I'll explain specifically right now how to do the Discord fugitech. So first up, you have to head over to Reactive Fugitech. Once you have it, you will see this. This is my currently active Fugitech. This is what I use. When you just start with Fugitech, you will most likely only have one model, which is your Discord avatar. This is the basic one you get. But if you would like to have different ones, I'll show my model right now. I want to have one where I'm a bit silly. These are like different ones that I use whenever I collab with people. This one is just fun to use because when I talk, I drool out of my mouth and I look very stupid. But when I don't, I look very pretty. But mostly, my go-to is just this one. If you want to set up a model, simply click the button Add Model. So you get to name however you want this Fugitech to be named. For now, I'll just call it Test. Then, you have to select a file. For the Fugitech, you technically only need 2 images. You need one where you're talking, and one where you're not talking. It also shows you what image you probably should select. Right now, we are selecting a speaking image, so I select my yap. It takes a bit for it to load, but that's okay. The yapping one will be for all of your Fugitech, but if you like it to be a bit more like nuanced like this one, where if I close my mouth, my image is different, you simply go this one, and you do inactive, or the one that you want to use for not talking. In terms of pngtuber, you're already done. But if you want to be a little extra, you just simply select the muted and the deafened one. Then all you have to do is save, and then select Set Active. Now that you know how to activate your PNG for Reactive Fugitech, I can show you some fun things on how to spice it up a bit more. If you want to spice up your PNG by making a bounce by every time you talk, for example, see how it bounces up once I start talking? That is simply by doing this. If you do no animation, it just simply turns, like, the colors turn on. Your image won't get dimmed. But if you like it to be bouncing, you can do single bounce for when you start talking, or you can have a continuous bouncing in case you like it when, well, your PNG moves when you talk. I like to have it on single bounce, but this is up to pure preference. Then, you can also dim your image when you're not talking. You can also have it as nevers. I recommend turning this on. It does give a good indication to your chat when you're not talking. Then we got show mute/deaf icon. I have this as if matches speaking image. You can have it on, which means that once I mute myself in Discord, it shows on the reactive fugitech. But I don't have that and I don't use that because I have different images for my speaking, my non-speaking, muted and deafened images. But this is what it would look like if you do have it enabled. You can also just be like, never, I don't want it to show up when I'm muted or deafened, so it just stays like this. Now to use Discord fugitech, there is one thing that you must be aware of. To have this cute little PNG on screen, right here, you need to be in a voice call. Now how most people do this is simply by opening their Discord and having a streaming VC. This is Demon Couch for me. Whenever I want to stream, I'll go into that. Once you're done with the settings and how you like your reactive fugitech to work, all you have to do is copy this, go to your OBS, go to browser, and you can call this reactive fugitech or however you want to. Then you paste in your URL, you can set this on however much you want, and boom, you have your PNG. You can resize this in however you want, and that's how you get your reactive PNG set up for fugitech. This is veadotube. This is also very well known and very commonly used with pngtubers. This is a free-to-use app, and we're very grateful for that. You simply go to the free download. It does say like, oh, would you like to pay? But you can just be like, no thanks, just take me to the download. And you will download whatever version you need. I'll download it right now, just to show you how to set it up. Once you have downloaded veadotube, unzip it, open it, and you go to veadotube mini. Open this. Alright, and as you can see, I do have a different image for that one. Oh, the veadotube is a bit different. And this is veadotube. On the left, we have our mic settings. In this case, depending on your mic, you have to finesse it a tiny bit, where if you're talking and if you're muffling, you want it to show. You have to do that by trial and error. I cannot teach you that. The only thing I can teach you is the volume cutoff, which is at what point do you want your voice to be cut off. Let's say that you are a loud person and you don't want your like screams or something to be picked up. You can put up really high if you want, but I recommend just keeping it a bit around your talking range. Then we got the microphone delay duration. This is just so your image and your talking are a tiny bit delayed. So this is instant. The second I talk, it moves. I like to have this here just so that when I stop talking, it gives a bit of a time. Now, if you want to add your own PNG to this, you simply have to click this plus button and you will get this. You need 4 images for veadotube. You need a closed mouth image, a open mouth image, your eyes are open, a closed mouth image where your eyes are closed, and a open mouth image where your eyes are also closed. This is just so your model gets a bit of life, because every now and then my PNG will blink like that. And the same will be done when I'm not talking. This is pretty much the same process as the reactive fugitech, so I won't go too much into that. Once you have it set up, you can alter the state properties if you want. You can rename your pngtuber on how you like it. I just have it as YouTube Reactive at the time. It remembered from when I deleted it, so that's pretty nice. So this is what is most important to the settings. You have blink interval, so how many times do I blink a second? I could do it really slow, or I can do it really often. Now, the blink duration is how long your blink lasts, so how long your eyes will be closed. You can change the settings however you like to. Once you're done setting up the veadotube with how you would like it, the blinking interval, everything, and you're happy with it, go to your OBS. For this one, I recommend doing a game capture, and then you can call it whatever you want. I'll call it temp again, choose a specific window, because I want the veadotube to be captured. There we have it. Then you also have to tick on allow transparency. That means it will get rid of this gray background that we see. And that's all you have to do for a PNG on veadotube. And you can position this however you want to. Those are the PNGs. So that was it for today's video. I hope you guys found it very informative and I was able to answer some questions you guys might have had. If you guys still have some questions that I might not have answered in this video, don't be afraid to ask them. I will answer them as soon as I can. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all have a good day. Stay safe. Tell someone you love them. Take care. Much love.